Viral content, trends, hype, all of this exists for a single purpose: to go viral. And for that to happen, you need to understand how the internet works, identify the patterns that exist, and see how they constantly repeat themselves. I could spend hours telling you stories of people who changed their lives overnight, who earned millions, or built massive audiences. But that's not the most important thing right now. What matters is understanding the pattern behind success, because this pattern is replicable. There's no mysterious secret. There's no magic formula. There's no hidden trick that the algorithm keeps from you. What does exist are consistent patterns, and those who learn to apply them intelligently can grow predictably and sustainably. In this video, you will understand how your content impacts your growth, both positively and negatively. You will leave here with the ability to truly understand your audience, identify their needs, desires, and consumption patterns, and create content that is planned, strategic, and engaging, capable of being shared and remembered. Step 1. Understanding viral content patterns. Before I teach you how to captivate your audience, we need to analyze what patterns work on the internet. And we won't just look at videos with hundreds of millions of views, although those numbers are impressive. We'll examine creators who engage niche audiences, because this is what matters most for beginners. People who want to build a loyal community, who want real, consistent engagement, and who want to grow strategically. Do you know which video is the most viewed on TikTok? At first glance, it may look simple, even trivial. Many watch it and think, there's nothing to analyze here. But the secret to its success is in understanding the context. Yes, a charismatic face helps. Yes, a good visual flow matters. Yes, editing makes a difference. But alone, these factors do not guarantee success. Viral growth comes from understanding the environment, the audience, and the right timing. The historical context of virality. The platform that is now a reference for short videos appeared in 2016, but its real explosion occurred between 2018 and 2019. Before that, digital consumption was dominated by long-form videos, YouTube, Facebook, and even traditional television. Then suddenly, something completely different appeared. Videos under 15 seconds. Fast-paced, dynamic, and engaging. Music integrated into the video. Editing that grabs attention instantly. Formats forcing creators to be direct and impactful. Audiences were hungry for novelty, and creators who understood this grew massively. The first major lesson: timing is just as important as content. You might have the most creative idea in the world, but if it's not delivered at the right moment or in the right way, the impact will be minimal. How virals happen. When you combine perfect timing, a charismatic face, smooth visual flow, engaging editing, charisma, and identity, you have the foundation of a viral video. And it's not luck, it's understanding patterns, applying them, and repeating them. What's interesting is to observe creators who started after the platform was already established. They didn't have the luxury of being pioneers, so they had to compensate with extreme consistency, creativity to stand out, strategic use of trends and hype, a clear and recognizable identity, deep understanding of their audience. And that's where the real difference appears. Those who master this process achieve predictable and sustainable growth, while most others remain stuck. Learning to study other creators. If you want to grow, you need to learn how to deeply analyze other creators. Watching videos is not enough. You need to observe, analyze, and understand why something works. Here's how to do it effectively. Go to a relevant creator's profile in your niche. Watch their most popular videos. Observe every detail. What grabs attention in the first 3 seconds? Moments where you almost look away. Emotions the video evokes. Rhythm, editing, and visual flow. Use of trends and timely topics. Comments and audience reactions. By doing this, you can identify the success pattern, and it can be adapted to your content creatively without copying, but understanding the logic behind it. Analyzing your own content. Now it's time to look at yourself. Suppose you are a gaming creator. Within this universe, there are many sub-niches. New releases, retro games, in-depth reviews, speedruns, curiosities and Easter eggs, lore and storytelling, live gameplay streams. Each sub-niche has different ways to go viral. If you focus on new releases, your content is naturally more relevant. If you focus on older games, you need to build audience loyalty and a solid identity. Some go viral because of the topic, others because of charisma, some because of editing, others due to narrative or timing. The point is, every niche has its own rules, and you need to discover the rules of yours, putting it into practice. Step 1. Define your niche. In my case, I work with faceless content, telling stories in an engaging way, keeping the audience hooked from start to finish. Next, conduct strategic observation. Analyze other creators' profiles in your niche. Watch their most popular videos. Identify patterns, trends, strategies, and formats. See how they structure narrative, pacing, editing, and emotion. Then it's time to test. Combine what works with your own identity, produce content, learn from results, adjust, and repeat. The cycle is continuous. Create, test, analyze, improve, repeat. The basics no one applies. Many people ignore the obvious. Time is money. Quality goes hand in hand with speed. Hooks are essential. These simple concepts are the pillars of success, and ignoring them is why many creators never advance. What you need are clear processes. Processes that allow efficient production without stifling creativity and create natural consistency. When you apply this, you realize growth does not depend on luck, but on discipline, strategy, and consistency. Storytelling and narrative as a differentiator. Another powerful factor that few notice is the narrative of the content. Imagine two creators covering the same topic. The first delivers facts or trivia. The second creates a story, a flow that keeps viewers engaged from beginning to end. Who do you remember after watching? The answer is obvious. Storytelling humanizes content, even for faceless channels. It creates emotional connection, increases retention, and makes the audience come back for more. Monetizing your content. Once you understand virality and patterns, the question arises, how do I monetize my content? Monetization is not magic. It's not luck. It is the result of a solid structure, quality content, genuine engagement, consistency, and strategy. When you create with purpose, understand your audience, apply strategic patterns, and stay consistent, monetization comes naturally. Final conclusion. The internet works with patterns. Audiences follow patterns, platforms follow patterns. When you learn to identify these patterns, apply them to your content, and maintain consistency, you master the game. You are not just making videos, you are building something bigger: your identity, your audience, your story. To help accelerate your growth, I've pinned a link to my AI platform. Take advantage of 7 free days and then come back and share your results. Thank you so much for watching. Now it's time to put everything into practice. See you in the next video.